I have a question for you. How many of us, what percentage of us thinks that when I lose some weight, or when I put on more muscle, or if I had a different whatever, if I had a smaller nose, if you don't like whatever about your face, and people that want to get plastic surgery and think they'll be able to feel better about themselves after they get the surgery, they think they'll be able to feel better about themselves after they lose the weight, after they put on more muscle, after they look the way they want to look. And the reality is that many people get to that point. Many people get surgery. Many people are able to lose the weight. Many people put on the muscle. But still on the inside, they don't like themselves at all. So that's why I always talk about we can't just come at it from the external and ignore the internal. Right, I've talked about you can go on vacation for a whole week and be sitting on a beach in the Bahamas, in the most gorgeous beach in the planet, and still hate yourself on the inside. So we need to look at it from the inside. Here's the thing. If you don't like what you see in the mirror, I invite you to consider this. Why? Why don't you like it? Here's a crazy weird thing that I thought about. If you were born on this planet 1,000,000 years ago, and you was just you in an entire continent by yourself, let's say that somehow you found a mirror or whatever, some object that gave you a reflection of yourself, and you saw yourself, you wouldn't say that you're ugly because you had no one to compare yourself to. You didn't have magazines with people telling you how you should look. You didn't have society telling you that you should be skinny and whatever kind of shape and whatever kind of measurements and whatever kind of appearance. You would have no way to compare your looks to anyone else. So if you feel, there's people that it breaks my heart when people label themselves as ugly. And I use that in the title of the video because that's how people say it. It's not me saying that we are ugly. It breaks my heart when I hear people say that. But you're saying you're ugly because you think that you should look like the people that you see in the magazines, the people that you see on TV, on movies. So it's basically coming from comparison. Like I said, if you was just you in the middle of nowhere, you grew up by yourself in the jungle, let's say you were Tarzan by yourself, and you saw your reflection, you would say like, wow, that's pretty cool, I've never seen myself. But you wouldn't start saying like, I have a big nose, I wish I had more of this, less of that. You wouldn't say that because you wouldn't have those magazines in the line at the supermarket while you're waiting in line, and you would stare at people and think that that's how you should look. And you wouldn't have a DVD player where you can watch movies and think that you should look like the actors in the movies. You wouldn't have a TV where you see people and think, wow, I wish I could look like that. So you're comparing yourself to other people. And here's the thing, if your best friend, if the person that you love the most and care about the most came to you and told you that they felt ugly, would you say to them, you know what, I kind of agree. You're ugly, I'm sorry. Would you really, like, if you care about them, if you love them, you wouldn't say that to them? Because many times it's just their perspective, the way they see themselves, and that's all the things that we become very wise when we're giving advice to other people, but we talk to ourselves that way. We look in the mirror You think, damn it, I have a big nose. Oh, I don't like the way my hair looks. I don't like this. I don't like that. And we convince ourselves that we're ugly. We convince ourselves that we should look differently and that we're not happy with the way we look. But there's no way that we would talk that way to someone that we love. I know it's not easy. I'm not trying to pretend like it's easy. When it comes to this thing about feeling ugly, feeling like you're not good enough, that's one of the hardest things to actually shift. It might take time. It might take a little bit of repetition. If you want ideas and powerful tools, I'll put the link below with some really, really, really cool tools and exercises that I've come across along my journey that I want to share with you. But I just invite you to consider the way that you talk to yourself. And there's even exercises where you can imagine that you're sitting in two different chairs, and some people even switch from one chair to the next. When you're sitting in one, you will say everything that you're feeling. Be honest, be completely honest. Don't filter it, don't try to change it, okay? Don't sugarcoat it, just exactly how you feel. Say it out loud. And then you imagine that you're yourself in front of you. Some people actually switch chairs. You don't need to do that because it might feel weird and stupid, I don't know. But if that feels stupid to you, just imagine that you're now in a different place, looking back at you, responding to you as if you're responding to someone that you love and care about. You wouldn't say those things to yourself. And when we're in this place, these kinds of exercises are very challenging emotionally. You might cry, you might feel like shit. It happens, of course. But I invite you to be more gentle with yourself than you've ever been, and be more kind and compassionate with yourself than anyone has ever been in your life. And go slowly, take your time, use the tools. And I want to leave you with a quote that I really, it's such a beautiful reminder, a quote from the Buddha, where he said, you yourself, I think I'm messing up the quote, I can't remember it exactly, but you yourself deserve, I'm really messing up the quote right now. It's something along the lines of, you yourself, as much as everyone else in the universe, deserve your own love and attention. Something like that. You can find it, I'll put it somewhere if you want. But remember that you deserve your own love. You deserve your own attention, your own time, your own energy towards yourself, towards making yourself a priority, towards making yourself the most important part of your life, and taking care of yourself, taking time for yourself, doing the things that you love, doing the things that you're passionate about. You deserve it. I hope that helps. Check out one of these videos. I'll see you there.